Take a slow, deep breath now, in and out. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw unclench. Allow your eyelids to grow heavy, but not forced, just drifting, like a leaf on a quiet stream. You are safe here, in this gentle space. Every sound you hear, every pause between my words, is guiding you deeper and deeper into comfort. Notice your breath, the way it rises, the way it falls, like a soft bellows by the hearth. And with each rise and fall, you are sinking further into the softness beneath you. Now, let us step together into another time, another place. A world both distant and near, as if remembered from a dream. Our story today begins in a quiet monastery, tucked between rolling hills of emerald green, where the air carries the scent of pine resin and faint wood smoke. The walls are thick, made of cool gray stone, and inside them, silence reigns. But it is not an empty silence. It is the hush of devotion, the stillness of minds turned inward, the calm rhythm of quills scratching parchment in long echoing halls. Picture this now, a chamber lit only by the glow of beeswax candles. The air trembles slightly with their golden flames, and shadows dance gently along carved wooden beams. At a long oaken desk, smoothed with years of use, sits a solitary scribe. His robes are simple, woolen, undyed, the color of river clay. On the desk before him rests a polished shell, filled with the deepest, most radiant blue. It gleams softly in the candlelight, like a shard of sky captured in liquid form. This is lapis lazuli, a stone carried on caravan routes from mountains far away in Afghanistan, traded across deserts and seas until at last it rests here. Ground by careful hands into powder, mixed with honey, with egg yolk, with the tiniest touch of gold leaf. All to make ultramarine ink, a treasure worth more than its weight in gold. The scribe lifts his quilla feather from a goose. Sharpened with a tiny penknife, he dips it slowly, carefully, into the shimmering blue. And as he draws the quill across parchment, a line of radiant color blooms, smooth, flowing, alive. Each stroke is deliberate. Each curve of the letter is like a prayer. Monks of the Middle Ages believed that to copy words was to preserve eternity, that ink and parchment could hold the divine. And so, each letter is shaped, not in haste, but with reverence. Outside, the wind rustles softly through the cloister garden. You might imagine the faint murmur of water trickling from a stone fountain, the fragrance of lavender drifting in, the hush of footsteps on flagstone paths. But here, in the scribe's chamber, the world has narrowed to the steady breath of one man, the flicker of candles, the whisper of ink across vellum. Let yourself linger here. Feel the calm rhythm of creation, as if the strokes of his quill mirror the slow rhythm of your own breath, in and out. A steady flow, a timeless flow. The letters unfold, one after another, like stars appearing in the night sky. And with each line, the scribe pours not only words, but patience, faith, and a quiet kind of love into the page. And as you imagine his hand moving gently across the parchment, you may notice how your own body has grown heavier, softer, more still. The ink flows, the story flows, and you drift quietly into that flowing river of calm. The air in the chamber is warm, faintly perfumed by beeswax candles. They crackle gently, tiny whispers of fire, as though the flames themselves lean forward to watch the words being born upon the page. Outside, night has descended, drawing a velvet cloak across the hills. But within these stone walls, time feels different, slower, gentler, as though each moment is stretched like golden thread, spun out endlessly. The scribe pauses, resting his quill upon the lip of the shell. He closes his eyes, and for a moment, he listens. Not to voices, not to bells, not to footsteps, but to silence itself. In monasteries, silence was a prayer in its own right, and the scribe has learned to hear in it many things. The faraway call of an owl from the cloister garden, the sigh of the old wood beams shifting above his head, the faint rustle of leaves stirred by a midnight breeze. All of it folds into the quiet, and all of it becomes part of the stillness surrounding him. He opens his eyes again. Before him lies not just parchment, but something sacred. vellum prepared from calfskin, smoothed, polished, almost luminous in the flickering light. It glows pale, waiting patiently to receive what only his hands can give. He dips the quill once more. The blue ink clings to the feather's nib, and when he touches it down, it glides with grace, leaving a trail that shines like the surface of a summer lake. The letters curve, they breathe, they live. They are not merely marks, but art. Each one crafted with the devotion of someone who knows that centuries may pass, kingdoms may fall, languages may shift, but still, somewhere in the distant future, eyes will gaze upon these very lines. As you picture this, notice how calm you feel. The way the ink flows is like the way your breath flows. The rise, the fall, the easy, unbroken rhythm. The quill scratches faintly, a sound soft as the wings of a moth brushing against a candle flame. And that gentle sound becomes a lullaby for the mind. The scribe works slowly, without hurry, for to hurry would break the spell. He has all the time in the world, just as you have all the time you need, in this moment, to drift and rest. Outside, clouds part, and a sliver of moonlight filters through the narrow window. It falls across his desk, mingling with the glow of the candles, turning the blue ink even more radiant, as though a piece of the night sky itself has been poured into his shell, ready to be painted onto the earth. The scribe breathes in deeply, and as he breathes out, his whole body softens. His shoulders release their weight. His mind quiets once again into the rhythm of ink and silence. And perhaps, as you listen, you too notice your breath deepening. Each inhale smoother, each exhale longer, like ripples spreading wider and wider across still waters. The story is not only in the words he writes, it is in the stillness of the chamber, the patience of his hands, the glow of the candles, the dance of shadow and flame. It is in this moment, and you are here, sharing it. .com, safe, present. Our story unfolds slowly, like parchment unrolled in careful hands. The chamber where the scribe works feels timeless, a place untouched by haste, a place where every heartbeat is measured, where every breath feels as though it has been waiting for centuries to be taken. The stones of the monastery walls hold centuries of quiet within them. If you pressed your ear against them, you might hear echoes of monks chanting long ago, voices blending into a river of sound that has since dissolved into silence. Now, only the faint breeze slips through the cracks, cool and steady, brushing against the flame of a candle, making the light tremble and sway, casting shifting shadows that dance across the parchment. The scribe leans closer, his eyes, steady but gentle, trace the curves of the letters he has already formed. Each mark glows faintly blue, shimmering in the firelight. It looks almost as if the page itself has been kissed by starlight. He thinks of the lapis lazuli, once a stone in far-off mountains, now ground down into powder finer than dust, mixed with honey and resin, transformed into liquid brilliance, from stone to light, from earth to heaven, all captured here in the shell at his desk. He dips the quill again. The ink gathers at the tip, and with a slow breath, he guides it onto the parchment. The letters appear one by one, flowing gently, like ripples across still water. You can almost hear it, the soft scratch of quill upon vellum, a sound steady, delicate, soothing, not hurried, never rushed, just steady and constant, like the rhythm of your own breathing. Outside the window, the night deepens. The stars appear, one by one, tiny lanterns hung across the velvet sky. And as the scribe works, it feels as though each star is watching him, each star lending its glow to the page before him. The chamber feels safe, wrapped in silence, but beyond its walls, the world rests too. You might imagine the cloister garden, the herbs asleep beneath moonlight, their fragrance still lingering in the cool air. Rosemary, lavender, sage, all breathing out calmness, all part of the stillness of the night. Perhaps you can picture the great oak in the courtyard, its branches swaying softly, each leaf whispering a lullaby as the breeze passes through. And with each whisper, the whole garden exhales, inviting you deeper into rest. The scribe pauses again, lifting his gaze to the flickering flame nearest him. He watches it bend and sway, never breaking, always steady, just as his own rhythm never breaks. And as you listen, you too feel that steadiness. A soft reminder that nothing needs to be forced, that all things breath, thought, rest, will come naturally, in their own time. He lowers the quill once more, and as the ink glides across the page, he smiles faintly, as though he knows this moment. This quiet night is eternal. The sound of the quill is like rain falling on a quiet roof, a steady rhythm that carries no urgency. Just a gentle reminder that time moves forward, but never too quickly here. Not in this room, not in this story. The scribe breathes in slowly, then breathes out even slower, allowing the silence between each sound to stretch, to linger, to cradle the moment. And you may notice your own breathing following his pace, becoming calmer, softer, a little more at ease with every breath. The parchment beneath his hand is smooth, a pale surface waiting for transformation. He treats it with reverence, as though it was something alive, as though the page itself longs for the kiss of ink, longs for the blue letters that will give it meaning. Outside the monastery walls, a wind drifts through the hills. It carries the faint song of a night bird, low and haunting, yet beautiful in its solitude. That song slips through the cracks of the stone and seems to join the scribe's rhythm, two different melodies, woven into one. The candle flickers again, its flame bending, its light spilling across the table. Shadows stretch, soft and fluid, like brushstrokes of darkness painted upon the wall. They dance and sway with every subtle draft, never quite the same, always shifting, always alive. The scribe sets down his quill for a moment, letting it rest in its little holder. His fingers, stained faintly with blue, press gently together as though offering thanks to the ink, to the parchment, to the stillness of the night. He reaches for the seashell, where the pigment rests, and with a small wooden stick, he stirs the mixture once more. The ink catches the firelight and glimmers. It looks like liquid sapphire, like a droplet of the night sky brought down to earth. The movement of the ink within the shell is slow, mesmerizing, like ripples across a calm pond. He closes his eyes for a breath, and in that pause, everything becomes still. The quill, the parchment, the flame, all waiting, all suspended in the hush of the moment. You can imagine this hush as though time itself holds its breath, and within it, you find a peace so simple, so effortless, that your own body softens a little more. The scribe opens his eyes again, steady, patient eyes, and dips the quill once more. The ink gathers like a secret, and with a slow, gentle motion, he begins again. Letter after letter, curve after curve, the page fills with meaning, yet the act itself is without urgency. There is no race to finish, no need to hurry, only the quiet joy of creation, unfolding as naturally as leaves open to sunlight. And as he writes, it feels as though the world outside the monastery dissolves into stillness, leaving only this room, this desk, this quiet work, this timeless moment. Our story drifts gently forward, as though carried on a breeze that knows no rush. The scribe's hand moves with care, each stroke deliberate, each line alive with patience. The blue ink glimmers faintly, catching the light of the candle, like tiny fragments of sky resting on the parchment. It is not just writing, it is like weaving a dream into something tangible, something that can be held, read, cherished. The air in the chamber feels thicker now, not heavy, but deeply calm, as though the very stones of the monastery breathe slowly. You can almost imagine the walls sighing, relaxing, settling into the night. Somewhere far off, a bell tolls once. Its sound is low, a vibration that hums gently through the silence, then fades back into nothingness. The scribe does not look up. He simply hears it, lets it pass, and continues his quiet work. The fire in the small hearth pops softly, a single spark rising, then disappearing. The warmth of the flame fills the chamber, mixing with the cool air that drifts in through the cracks. Together, they create a perfect balance, warmth and coolness, light and shadow, silence and sound. The scribe pauses again. This time, he leans back slightly in his chair, letting his shoulders relax, his spine straighten. The wooden chair creaks softly beneath him, like an old friend stretching in the quiet. He closes his eyes for a moment and simply breathes. One breath in, the air cool, filling the lungs. One breath out, the air warm, leaving slowly, completely, like a long exhale of contentment. And as you picture this breath, you may feel your own body following, your chest rising, falling, slowing, settling. Every breath carrying you deeper into stillness. The scribe opens his eyes again, calm and focused. He dips the quill gently, lifting it with a grace that comes from years of devotion. The ink clings like a jewel to its tip, and once again, he touches it to the page. Outside, the leaves rustle faintly. The wind has shifted, bringing with it the scent of distant pine. That scent seems to seep through the cracks, mingling with the faint smell of candle wax and the earthy fragrance of ink. It is a subtle symphony, played only for those who know how to notice. The letters flow once more, long arcs, gentle lines, tiny flourishes. Each one is a small act of devotion, not just to words, but to beauty itself. The page slowly fills, but there is no thought of ending. There is only the present stroke, the present curve, the present moment. And in that thought, you may feel yourself slipping deeper into the present as well, finding rest in the simplicity of now. The night outside, the monastery thickens, but within the chamber, a gentle glow holds steady. The candlelight flickers, its flame swaying like a dancer in rhythm with the unseen breeze. The shadows it casts stretch long across the stone floor, curling around the edges of the room like ink spreading across a page. The scribe watches the shadows for a moment, not in distraction, but in quiet wonder. How the smallest flame can push back the vastness of the night. How a single glow can keep the darkness at bay. The thought lingers, like a soft lullaby in his mind, before he returns to his quill. The parchment beneath his hands has grown warm from the touch of his wrists. Its surface holds the memory of every stroke, every careful line laid down. And if you look closely in your imagination, you can see how the ink shimmers faintly. Not just blue, but flecks of gold hidden within. A secret radiance, only visible when the candle catches it at just the right angle. He pauses once more, gazing at this quiet brilliance. And as he does, you too may notice your mind slowing, lingering on small details, the faint glow of light in your thoughts, the feeling of your breath moving steadily, the gentle rhythm of your heart. The night grows softer still. Outside, the leaves barely move now, as though the forest itself has drifted into slumber. The rustle of branches has quieted, replaced by a stillness so complete, it feels like the earth itself is listening. The fire gives a low crackle, not loud, but soft, like a whisper. Its warmth continues to embrace the chamber, wrapping the scribe in a cocoon of comfort. And in that cocoon, time feels unhurried, as though the hours stretch long and gentle, inviting nothing but peace. He writes another line, then another, each one carrying the weight of centuries past. The knowledge that books are more than ink on parchment, that they are vessels of memory, bridges across time. And so he writes with reverence, each letter shaped as though it might last forever. The rhythm of his hand is steady now, like the beating of a drum heard in the distance. Slow, methodical, soothing. And with every imagined stroke, your own mind may begin to drift further, as if you too are being written into this quiet page of night. The quill scratches softly, a sound that could almost be the patter of rain, or the rustle of leaves in autumn. It is not loud, not demanding. It is simply present, filling the silence with its delicate song. And in that song, your thoughts can dissolve, like ink spreading into water, losing their sharpness, becoming soft, becoming still. Outside, the stars are multiplying. The scribe breathes deeply. The air carries the faintest hint of parchment, wax, and wood smoke. Each scent is delicate, layered gently, as though the room itself was designed to cradle him in focus and peace. You may imagine that same air around you now, cool and clean, settling over your skin like a silk cloth. It invites you to relax further, to release even more tension, to surrender completely to the quiet of this moment. He dips his quill once more. The blue ink swirls in the small inkwell, catching the light as it moves. Like a fragment of the night sky, held in a shallow pool. When he lifts the quill, the ink clings to the feather's tip, glistening, ready to shape meaning. Slowly, carefully, he places the quill upon the page. The sound of its touch is soft, like a whisper against fabric. Stroke by stroke, the letters emerge, not hurried, not forced, just steady, gentle, inevitable. Each word glows faintly in the candlelight, as though it holds within it a spark of eternity. As though, in some distant future, someone will run their finger along these same words and feel the care, the devotion that was placed here tonight. The chamber grows even quieter. Only the softest sounds remain, the faint scratch of the quill, the occasional sigh of wind, the tender crackle of the fire. They blend together into a lullaby, not written in notes, but in rhythm and stillness. And as you listen to that imagined lullaby, your body may feel heavier now. Perhaps your shoulders sink deeper into rest. Perhaps your breath grows slower, longer, calmer. Each inhale drawing in peace, each exhale releasing the day. The scribe adjusts his posture, rolling his shoulders back, stretching the stiffness of long hours. The motion is unhurried, like the stretch of a cat waking from a nap. He then settles again, folded gently over his parchment, immersed in his sacred task. One by one, the night sky blooms with light, 1,000 tiny lanterns strung across the heavens. Though the scribe cannot see them, you can, in your imagination. You can feel their glow filtering through the silence, reminding you that above every roof, above every forest, above every breath, the sky is infinite, patient, watchful. The candle burns lower. Its wax pools softly at the base, dripping, cooling, hardening into delicate patterns. Each drip marks time, not rushed, but eternal. A reminder that even as hours pass, there is no need for haste, for everything arrives at the moment it must. The scribe continues, and with each careful motion, the stillness of the night wraps more tightly around him, and around you too. Layer upon layer, like a blanket woven of silence. The page is half filled now, a river of blue letters flowing across the parchment. Each line rests beneath the next, like waves settling on a quiet shore. The scribe tilts his head, admiring the balance, the harmony between ink and space. You too may notice balance within yourself, the balance between the thoughts that rise and the calm that holds them, the balance between the breath that enters and the breath that leaves. Nothing forced, nothing hurried, only the natural tide of being. The quill dips again into the ink. The sound is so faint, like a tiny drop falling into still water. And yet, in that small sound, there is a sense of renewal, as though the act itself is a quiet prayer. With fresh ink, the scribe returns to his writing. His hand moves slowly, measured, and in that slowness, there is peace. Every motion is deliberate. Every letter is a gesture of devotion. Imagine now, the golden flecks within the ink, for the scribe has added a touch of powdered gold to the lapis pigment. And as the quill moves, tiny sparks of gold catch the candlelight, twinkling softly on the page, like stars scattered across the night sky, like embers drifting in the air, like dreams made visible. The sight is calming, soothing, enchanting. It reminds you that beauty does not need to be loud, does not need to be grand. Sometimes it is found in the gentlest shimmer, in the faintest glow. Just as peace itself can be found in the quietest breath. The wind outside brushes again against the shutters. This time, it carries a scent of pine, cool and earthy, drifting in with the night. The scribe pauses, closing his eyes briefly to savor the freshness. He smiles faintly, his lips curved in gratitude, then returns, serene, to his task. The fire, now lower, glows with deep amber coals. They radiate a steady warmth, not blazing, not fading, but constant. A comfort to the scribe, and perhaps a comfort to you, as you imagine that warmth seeping through the room, spreading softly, wrapping around you like a shawl. And in that warmth, you feel safe, you feel held, as though the very air, the very silence, is protecting you. There is nothing you must do now, nowhere you must be, no weight to carry, only rest, only stillness. The quill continues to dance, stroke after stroke, word after word, a rhythm like a heartbeat, a rhythm like a lullaby, so gentle, so steady, so endlessly soothing. And with each word, the scribe writes, you sink deeper into calm, deeper into silence, deeper into the dreamlike glow of this quiet monastery night. The candlelight flickers gently, casting moving shadows on the stone walls. Shadows of shelves, of scrolls, of bound books stacked neatly, all resting in silence, waiting for hands, waiting for eyes. The scribe's chamber is small, but it feels vast tonight, as though the glow of the candle, the crackle of the fire, and the steady rhythm of the quill stretch the walls outward into a boundless sanctuary of calm. You may notice how silence has its own kind of sound, the soft hum of being alive, the faint rustle of fabric as the scribe shifts, the distant echo of the wind curling through the monastery halls. Silence filled with whispers, but whispers that soothe the parchment. Page fills steadily, line after line, word after word. And with each line, the scribe feels a sense of release. It is not only ink that flows from the quill, but thought and feeling and the weight of time itself. In the corner of the room, a small wooden window lets in the night sky. The stars glitter faintly beyond, and one, brighter than the rest, seems to shine directly into the chamber. Its light mingles with the candle's glow, soft silver and soft gold, meeting in harmony. The scribe lifts his gaze to it, just for a moment, breathing slowly. That star feels like a companion, a silent witness to his devotion. And perhaps you too can imagine that a star shines gently for you. Far above, yet close in spirit, its light reaching across the vastness to remind you that you are never alone. The quill dips again. The ink shimmers. The gold flecks within it catch the glow, like tiny stars scattered across the page. The scribe writes a capital letter, ornate and swirling, its edges brushed with golden ink. It gleams as though alive, as though whispering. This is how books were born in those times, crafted not by machines, but by patient hands, by careful eyes, by hearts that sought beauty even in letters. And as you rest here, you might find it soothing to know that even the simplest things can be made sacred by attention, by care, by presence. The fire shifts again, wood collapsing softly, embers glowing brighter for a moment, then fading back to steady warmth. The sound is like a sigh, a soft exhale of contentment. The scribe leans back in his chair, rolling his shoulders, breathing in deeply, then out again, slow and long. His whole body melts into stillness, and for a moment he closes his eyes. It is a pause, a rest within the rhythm, a silence between notes. And in that silence, peace blooms deeper. The kind of peace that does not ask, does not strive, only is. And as you imagine him sitting there, with his golden ink and quiet fire, perhaps you too drift further inward, toward your own sanctuary of calm. The room feels timeless now, as though the walls themselves are breathing softly. Each inhale a gathering of warmth, each exhale a release into silence. The scribe opens his eyes again. He leans forward, quill in hand, and dips once more into the ink. This time, his movements slow further, almost meditative. Every letter becomes a prayer, a devotion of presence. He begins a passage describing the beauty of the heavens. As his quill glides, you can almost hear the words form, like soft whispers in the stillness. Descriptions of stars, their brilliance compared to jewels, their constancy compared to faith. The ink shimmers more vividly here, blue from the ground, lapis lazuli, gold flecks dancing among the letters. The words themselves become art, each stroke holding light. Outside, the night deepens. The moon rises higher, casting its pale glow over the monastery grounds. The world outside sleeps, wrapped in the quiet hush of night. Only the scribe remains awake, a keeper of words, a dreamer in ink. And as he works, you may feel the rhythm of his movements sync with your own breath. Dip, stroke, pause. Inhale, exhale, rest. The air carries a faint scent of wax and wood smoke. The kind of scent that feels grounding, ancient, like it has clung to these stones for centuries. It holds you steady, like invisible hands guiding you into calm. On the shelves nearby, manuscripts rest in neat rows. Their spines are worn, some lined with leather, some bound with thread. Each one holds stories, songs, prayers, histories. Each one is a vessel of human thought, kept alive by scribes like him. The scribe pauses to turn the page. The parchment makes a gentle sound, a crisp, soft rustle, like leaves brushing together on a quiet evening breeze. That sound lingers in the air, then dissolves into the fire's crackle. He breathes deeply once more, settling into his seat. There is no rush here, no urgency, only time unfolding in its own steady way. Time measured by quills and candles, by the patient flow of ink. And perhaps, as you listen, you too feel time soften. The edges of the day blur, the sharpness fades. Minutes stretch like golden threads, interwoven with calm. The scribe smiles faintly to himself. It is not the kind of smile one wears outwardly, but the kind that blooms quietly within. A smile of knowing, of being part of something larger, something that lasts. The fire sighs again, embers glowing warmly. The wind outside shifts, brushing faintly against the stone walls. The night continues, soft, endless, gentle, and with every moment, you drift deeper, deeper into the calm that the scribe's chamber holds. The candle beside the scribe flickers, its flame dancing slowly, as if swaying to a lullaby only the night can hear. Shadows ripple against the stone walls, lengthening and softening, as though the chamber itself is exhaling. The scribe rests his quill for a moment. His fingers, ink-stained, relax upon the table. He closes his eyes and listens to the quiet. He hears the soft hum of silence, a silence so deep, it feels alive. In this silence, the heartbeat of the monastery seems to whisper. The wood creaks gently in the rafters, settling like an old friend sighing. The fire cracks softly, its embers glowing in muted orange. The outside wind brushes faintly, not intrusive, only tender. The scribe takes a breath, slow, measured, calm. He feels the air pass through him, anchoring him to this moment, to this stillness. When he opens his eyes again, he looks down at his work. The letters gleam faintly, their blue pigments alive in the candle's glow, their golden accents shimmering softly. The page looks like a fragment of heaven, captured in ink and light. He dips the quill once more, this time writing words of wisdom. He writes about patience, about the strength that comes not from rushing, but from waiting, from letting things ripen, like fruit in the summer sun. His words spill gently, as though guided by something beyond him. The more he writes, the calmer he becomes. And the calmer he becomes, the deeper you drift to. His serenity ripples outward, like circles expanding on still water. Each word, each stroke of his hand, a wave carrying you farther into peace. Imagine sitting there beside him, your own chair, close to the fire. The warmth brushing your skin, the soft glow lighting your face. You watch as he writes, each motion hypnotic in its repetition. Dip, stroke, pause. A rhythm as natural as your own heartbeat. The night deepens further. Beyond the window, stars scatter across the sky, 1,000 pinpricks of silver. They hang like lanterns, guiding the world to rest. A faint breeze brushes through cracks in the stone, cool and refreshing, like a whisper of night itself. The scribe leans back slightly, quill resting once again. He gazes at the page, satisfied. Not hurried, not pressured, simply content with the quiet work of his hands, the sacred rhythm of ink and thought. And perhaps you too can feel that sense of contentment, that gentle peace of doing nothing but being, of existing in stillness, as the world softens around you. Your breath deepens, slow and steady. Your body grows heavier, like a stone resting upon moss, supported, safe, at ease. The scribe smiles once more, and dips his quill again. The story continues, but so softly now, you almost feel it become part of your dream. The chamber holds its silence like a cradle, rocking softly, never breaking. Every flicker of candlelight, every crackle from the hearth, blends into a song without words, a lullaby only the soul can hear. The scribe dips his quill once more, and the golden ink flows. It shines faintly as he writes, lines of liquid light unfurling on the page. The letters curve gracefully, each one a petal, each word a flower. The parchment becomes a meadow, blooming with meaning. He pauses, and the sound of silence grows larger. It is not emptiness, it is fullness. Full of air, full of air, full of warmth, full of the steady heartbeat of the night. His mind drifts as he gazes at his work. He remembers the lapis lazuli stone, how he had ground it earlier, the powder glittering in his mortar, like scattered stars. He recalls the patience of that act, the slow, steady motion of stone against stone, a process that required nothing but time. And how often life is like that too. Not rushed, not forced, simply ground into being, particle by particle, moment by moment. And as he remembers, you remember as well. You remember that your own story does not need to hurry, that you too can be patient, that your own breath, moving softly now, teaches you that everything comes in its season. The scribe closes his eyes again. He listens to the faint rustle of leaves outside, like 1,000 whispers carried by the wind. He hears the distant hoot of an owl, low and rhythmic, a voice of the night itself. He lets these sounds pass through him, each one calming, each one anchoring. Now he returns to his parchment. His quill glides, and he begins to write about stillness. He writes, "The world does not always need your haste. It does not demand your rushing steps. It asks instead for your presence, for the way you listen, for the way you breathe. In stillness, you find truth." The words shimmer in the golden ink, as if alive, as if they glow not from the flame, but from within themselves. And as you imagine those words, you feel them glow within you as well. They rest gently in your chest, warm, calm, steady. The fire crackles a little louder, its voice rising and falling like a gentle sigh. The warmth it gives spreads softly across the stone floor, a blanket of heat, comforting and steady. The scribe leans forward, resting his chin in his hand. His eyelids grow heavy, but his heart feels light. He has no urgency, no need to finish. Only the joy of each word, each breath, each moment. And as he slows, so too do you. The rhythm of his work has become the rhythm of your rest. The candle burns low, the stars drift silently above, and your body feels as though it too is being written upon each breath, another line, each heartbeat, another word, in a story of peace. The scribe's chamber is small, yet it feels endless. The walls of stone hold him in safety, but beyond them, the night stretches on forever, a velvet canvas painted with stars. He imagines the stars as grains of pigment, scattered across the sky just as his lapis dust was scattered in the mortar. The heavens are an illuminated manuscript, written by the hand of eternity itself. Every star, every constellation, a shining letter, and the moon. The moon is the candle that lights the page. He sighs gently. It is not a sigh of weariness, but of surrender, of being at peace with the vastness and with his own small place in it. He dips his quill again. The ink glimmers like liquid fire. He writes slowly, deliberately, and as he writes, you listen, not only to his pen, but to your own quiet thoughts. They move slowly now, as though softened by velvet. The words he inscribes are simple, but they echo like bells. Rest is not idleness. Rest is the garden where strength grows unseen. Rest is the silence that teaches the song. The letters shine gold, but more than that, the truth of them shines in your heart. You feel the release of your body, the weight leaving your shoulders, the ease moving into your chest. The scribe leans back again. He closes his eyes for a moment, and the chamber becomes a dream. He hears the faintest flutter of wings outside. A bird, perhaps, flying through the cool night, or perhaps just the night itself stirring its cloak. Either way, the sound is soft, comforting, like the brush of fabric against stone. The fire pops, one small ember falling. Its glow joins the warmth of the room, and the rhythm continues. Steady, calm, endless. The scribe whispers softly, as though speaking to the page. Every word is a prayer, every breath is a hymn. Every heartbeat is a drum, marking the rhythm of life. and his whisper seems to extend to you, as though he speaks not only to parchment, but directly into your resting spirit. You begin to feel that same truth, that your breath, your simple presence, is enough. Outside, the wind drifts lazily through the leaves. They rustle gently, 1,000 soft voices whispering lullabies. They do not rush, they do not shout, they simply sway and sing, content in their rhythm. The scribe places his quill down, just for a moment. He folds his hands and bows his head. A silent prayer, not of words, but of gratitude. For the ink, for the page, for the night, for the stillness. And in his gratitude, you feel your own gratitude for this quiet moment, for this safe stillness, for this chance to breathe. The golden ink glows faintly in the dim light, like embers of a dream that will not fade. The scribe opens his eyes again, slowly, as though awakening from a dream. Outside, the monastery grounds have surrendered completely to the night. The garden paths are invisible, their lines erased by shadow. Only the faint outline of trees marks the edges of the world. And yet the scribe feels no fear. He takes another breath, deep and slow. You breathe with him. Inhale, filling your chest gently, as though you too are drawing in the cool stillness of the night. Exhale, letting go of the day's weight, as though your breath itself is writing golden words across the air. The scribe leans close to the page again. He writes not for history, not for recognition, but for the soft satisfaction of shaping silence into form. And as he whispers, you feel that truth settle within you, as naturally as sleep itself. The scribe leans back, closing his eyes just long enough to feel the weight of calm press gently against his chest. He doesn't resist it. Instead, he lets it rest there, like a hand placed kindly upon him. You feel it too. That same gentle hand, pressing lightly on your own heart, reminding you that you are safe, that you are cared for, that there is nothing now but stillness. The candlelight flickers, and in its flicker, the shadows dance softly along the carved stones of the wall. They move slowly, like reeds swaying in a stream, unhurried, fluid, and endlessly graceful. You watch them in your mind, allowing their rhythm to soothe you. Back and forth, like a cradle rocking gently, drawing you closer to rest. The scribe opens his eyes again. He lifts his quill one final time for the night. The ink glows faintly in the light, blue and gold interwoven, as though sky and sun have joined together upon the page. He writes just one more line, his hand steady, his breath slow. The world is written in silence, and every heart is its page. When he finishes, he sets the quill down, carefully, as though it is a sacred tool that must always be honored. The sound of it resting upon wood is delicate, almost inaudible, yet it feels like a closing, a quiet ending to a chapter. He reaches for the small cloth beside his tools and gently wipes the rim of the inkwell, removing a stray bead of liquid gold. It glistens briefly, catching the firelight, before disappearing into the cloth. Even this, the smallest of gestures, is performed with reverence. You too, in this moment, can feel the gift of slowing down, of treating each motion as though it carries meaning. The act of breathing, the act of resting, the act of simply being here. Every gesture matters. Every pause is holy. The fire sighs once more, a low murmur, like the earth itself settling. The scribe closes the book with a soft thud, the parchment pressing against parchment, a gentle weight returning to stillness. He places his hand upon the cover, resting it there, eyes closed. A soft prayer forms on his lips, not words to be spoken aloud, but feelings, silent and luminous. Outside, the wind hushes, as though listening. The trees stand still, branches resting. Even the night itself seems to lean closer, cradling the small room in a sphere of quiet comfort. And here, in this tender silence, you feel yourself drifting, as though the golden ink has flowed beyond the page and begun writing within your own dreams. Writing peace, writing calm, writing rest. The scribe lifts his candle, walking slowly toward the corner of the room. The flame flickers, throwing gentle arcs of light upon the walls. He pauses, breathing deeply once more, as though to imprint this moment forever in his heart. He sets the candle down by his bed, and with a final glance toward the finished manuscript, he whispers, "Sleep now, little words. Sleep now, little light." The room is quiet now. The only sound that remains is the slow, steady rhythm of the scribe's breath. It rises, it falls, like waves upon a midnight shore. You may notice your own breath beginning to match his. Slow, gentle, steady. The two of you breathing together in silence, as though sharing the same rhythm of peace. The manuscript rests upon the table, closed and complete. Its pages hold more than words. They hold patience, devotion, and the quiet beauty of hours spent in stillness. Even from afar, you can sense its presence. It radiates calm, like a stone warmed by sunlight, like water stilled in a hidden pool. The scribe lowers himself onto a simple straw bed, the sound of the reeds whispering as his body settles into them. He sighs softly, the kind of sigh that empties the weight of the day and fills the soul with ease. You, too, may allow yourself to sigh in this moment, letting the air carry away any tension that remains. The candle flame near his bed burns low. Its light now, tender and soft, almost shy. It paints the chamber in shades of amber and gold, until the corners dissolve into shadow. The darkness is not heavy. It is warm, protective, like a blanket drawn up to the chin. You are wrapped in it now, held in the gentle arms of night. Outside, the wind moves again, but slowly, deliberately, as though it has learned the scribe's calm pace. It stirs the branches of the trees, and they creak softly, their voices low and restful. A leaf detaches, spiraling downward, and the sound of it landing is the faintest whisper. Yet somehow, it feels eternal. The scribe's eyes grow heavy. His lids close gradually, like shutters pulled down over the windows of the soul. For a moment, he drifts between waking and dreaming, resting in that golden space where thoughts soften and time disappears. You may be drifting there too, between the world of waking and the quiet doorway of dreams. Your mind is slowing, your body is loosening, your spirit is leaning toward the promise of rest. The fire in the hearth has burned down to embers, soft red coals glowing faintly beneath a veil of ash. Every now and then, one shifts, crackling quietly, like a whisper from the past. The sound is soothing, a reminder that even endings carry warmth. The scribe curls his body gently, pulling a woolen blanket over his shoulders. It smells faintly of earth, of wood, of countless nights already passed in its comfort. It is worn but beloved, threadbare in places, yet more precious because of the years it has given. He nestles into it, his breath slowing further, matching the rhythm of the night. And in that rhythm, you, too, find yourself swaying closer and closer to sleep. The chamber has grown quieter still. The silence is deep now, but not empty. It hums softly, like the air between notes of a lullaby, like the pause between the ocean's waves. It is the silence that carries you, a silence that soothes, a silence that heals. The moonlight filters faintly through a narrow window high above, a sliver of silver light falling across the floor. It touches the manuscript, resting on the desk, illuminating its golden ink, so that it glimmers faintly even in darkness. The words seem alive, breathing gently with the night. You do not need to read them. Their presence alone is enough to calm the heart. The scribe dreams now, and though you cannot see his dreams, you can feel their gentleness. They are filled with wide green fields, with rivers that wander like silver ribbons through the land, with skies so clear that the stars themselves seem to lean closer to listen. His dreams are quiet places, safe places, the kind that linger like the last notes of a song. Outside, the monastery walls stand strong and steady, stone upon stone, each one holding centuries of silence. Those walls have seen storms. They have seen the blaze of summer suns and the hush of endless winters, and yet they stand, unchanged, immovable. They are guardians of peace. Tonight, they guard you as well. Listen closely, and you may hear the soft murmur of the night beyond. An owl calls gently from the woods, its voice a low and steady echo. It carries across the fields a note of wisdom, a reminder that even in the darkness, there is knowing, there is calm. You are safe here, completely safe. The air is cool but gentle, like water upon the skin. The bed beneath you feels firmer, more welcoming. The blanket above you is heavier, like a hand resting lovingly on your shoulder. Every detail of this moment is guiding you deeper, ever deeper, into rest. The scribe breathes softly, each breath now slower than the last. His chest rises, his chest falls, and with every rise, you may imagine yourself inhaling calm. And with every fall, you exhale all that you no longer need, in and out, slow and steady. The rhythm of night, the rhythm of sleep, even the candle flame, so small, so steady, seems to watch over you. Its glow sways gently, like a lantern carried in a dream. You may imagine that glow warming your hands, warming your heart, spilling golden light across the quiet corridors of your mind. Every shadow it touches dissolves into peace. Soon, there will be only silence. And in that silence, you will rest. And in that rest, you will dream. The hush of the night deepens, and the monastery feels timeless. It could be this night, or a night 1,000 years ago. Time drifts slowly here, like a feather floating in still air, like the faint curl of smoke from a candle wick. The world beyond these walls no longer matters. Only the present moment remains, soft and steady. The scribe, even in his sleep, is still part of the story. His dreams ripple outward, like rings on a pond touched by a single drop of rain. And as those dreams ripple outward, they reach you, they cover you in a veil of calm, a soft mist of peace that settles gently across your shoulders, your chest, your mind. You may imagine yourself walking through one of his dreams now. The path is lined with tall trees, their leaves whispering softly overhead. The air is cool, but it carries the scent of pine, fresh and sweet. Above you, the sky is deep and endless, filled with stars that twinkle faintly, as though they too are listening to the sound of your footsteps. Each step is slow, measured, and easy. There is no rush here. The ground is soft beneath your feet, a bed of moss, gentle and forgiving. You feel lighter with each step, as though the earth itself is carrying you forward, helping you release the weight of the day. At the end of the path, you see a small clearing. In its center sits a wooden bench, worn smooth by countless years. It waits for you, and when you sit upon it, the world seems to hush completely. You feel held, cradled by the night, wrapped in stillness. Every thought you carried here slips gently away, like leaves drifting across a stream. The stars above seem brighter now. One by one, they shimmer and glow, as if they are writing their own words into the sky. You do not need to read them. Their light alone is enough to calm you, to soothe you, to remind you that you are part of something vast and yet tender. Far away, the monastery bell tower stands tall. Though no bell tolls tonight, its presence is steady. It rises like a guardian above the walls, a silent sentinel of peace. And you know, deep within, that this peace is endless. It is not tied to place, nor to time. It lives within you, always. The clearing, the trees, the stars, they are all part of this endless peace. They are here for you whenever you wish to return. And for now, you rest within them. Your breath slows, your body softens, your mind drifts. Like ink spreading slowly on parchment, you dissolve into stillness. The hush of the clearing deepens, as though the night itself leans closer, cradling you in silence. Every sound becomes a lullaby. The faint rustle of leaves, the soft whisper of a breeze, the distant sigh of an owl carving its way through the air. Your body is heavy, but it is the heaviness of comfort, of safety, of release. Like a book closing gently after its final page, you are drawn into stillness, welcomed by rest. You may picture, if you wish, the scribe himself sitting nearby. He is not writing now. He too rests, eyes half closed, his quill laid carefully upon the desk. The candlelight washes over his face, softening every line, turning him into a portrait of peace. His robes whisper against the floor as he shifts slightly, sighing into comfort. The two of you, you and the scribe, share the same quiet, the same steady breath, the same surrender to stillness. Time passes gently here. It does not rush, nor does it delay. It simply flows, like water down a quiet stream, always steady, always soft. You may notice your breath matching that rhythm now. In and out, like water, in and out, like the steady flicker of candle flame. Each breath deeper, each breath calmer, each breath loosening you further. The golden ink glimmers faintly, still resting within its vessel. Though untouched, its light seems alive, as if it breathes along with you. That light spreads slowly, filling the chamber, reaching across the stone walls, the wooden beams, the sleeping scribe, and it reaches you too, gathering gently in your chest, settling warmly within your heart. You feel that golden light now. It does not rush, it does not overwhelm. It simply glows softly, like a hearth on a winter's night, like the morning sun through sheer curtains, like hope itself. It rests in you, calming you, quieting you, reminding you that you are safe. Safe to rest, safe to let go, safe to let go, safe to drift, like a leaf upon a current, like ink upon parchment, like breath upon the air. The story has no urgency here. It does not demand. It only invites. It only guides. And you, in your own gentle time, sink deeper and deeper into its embrace. The golden ink whispers silently, not with words, but with presence. Its message is clear. Rest is sacred. Your stillness is enough. You are enough. And so, as the stars watch from above, as the trees sway gently in their slow dance, you surrender fully, drifting ever closer to the tender edge of sleep. The room breathes with you now. The stone walls, the wooden desk, the parchment, the ink, all are companions. All are alive in the gentle rhythm of rest and peace. Outside, the night is still. The wind, like a soft hand, brushes against the monastery walls. The trees whisper secrets to one another, their leaves trembling as though in reverence for the quiet that settles here. The scribe dreams where he sits. Perhaps he dreams of golden light, or of letters that take wing like birds, carrying blessings into the world. Perhaps he dreams of the very same stillness that now surrounds you. Whatever his dream, it is peaceful, and it is shared. You may feel it, the connection between you, woven not by words, but by silence, by breath, by presence. To souls, resting beneath the same roof of stars, anchored by calm. Your body knows this place now. It has memorized the stillness. Your shoulders do not need to hold tension. Your jaw does not need to grip. Your hands can rest, palms soft, fingers loose. Your feet no longer carry weight. They are light, free, unburdened. Each inhale gathers peace. Each exhale releases the last threads of worry. Breath after breath, layer after layer, you soften, and the golden ink glows. Not with urgency, not with demand, but with patience. It will wait as long as it must. It will hold its light steady, for you, for the scribe, for all who seek its warmth. You may imagine dipping a quill into that golden pool of ink. The quill is light in your hand, its feather soft, its tip fine, and as it touches the parchment, words appear. Not rushed words, not heavy words, but words that soothe. Words that ease, words that remind you that you are safe, that you are loved, that you can rest. The parchment does not run out. It stretches endlessly, unfolding across time and space, waiting to be filled with the gentle script of peace. Each word you imagine is golden. Each letter glows softly. Each line drifts slowly, calmly, into being. And then, you realize the words are not written for anyone else. They are written for you. They are a message from the golden ink to your heart. The words say, you are safe, you are whole, you may rest. And those words sink into you like water into thirsty earth. They are absorbed. They become part of you. They linger, even as you let go further, even as sleep draws closer. You are no longer writing now. You are simply floating, bathed in golden glow, held in candlelight, embraced by night. Rest deepens. Sleep approaches. You are ready. Imagine now, the chamber itself breathing with you. Each inhale you take, the walls seem to sigh softly inward. Each exhale, they expand outward, as though the room is alive, keeping rhythm with your gentle calm. The crackle of the hearth has softened to embers now, glowing, fading, yet still offering a steady warmth. The air is cool, but never chilling. It wraps around you like a soft cloak, inviting you further inward, inviting you deeper into peace. The scribe's candle flickers faintly. Its light dances like a slow heartbeat on the wall, a rhythm steady, reassuring, quieting the last stray thoughts that may linger at the edges of your mind. You watch, without effort, the flame's soft movements. It calms you, it slows you, it prepares you, and outside, the night deepens. The stars glow brighter, as though leaning closer to witness your rest. A breeze drifts through the tiny window, bringing with it the scent of earth, of pine, of cool stone kissed by night air. The world is still, and in that stillness, your heart finds its steady rhythm. The quill, set down for the night, rests upon the desk. Its feather lies gently across parchment, as though sleeping too. The golden ink pot glows faintly, but it does not demand attention. It is patient. It will wait until morning, until another dawn, until another hand dips the quill once more. For now, everything waits, everything rests, and you too are ready to rest. Your body has grown heavy, comfortably heavy, the kind of heaviness that only comes when the day is done and the night whispers, "Let go." It is safe now. It is time. Feel your arms surrender. Feel your legs soften. Feel your spine melt into ease. Feel your head resting as though upon the softest pillow, held, supported, cared for. With each passing breath, sleep draws nearer. It tiptoes closer, a gentle friend, not rushing, not forcing, simply waiting for the perfect moment to wrap you in its embrace. The scribe himself leans back in his chair now. His eyelids grow heavy. He too listens to the hush of the night. He too lets go of the day. His head bows, his breath evens, and he drifts into the same quiet river of dreams that now flows toward you. Perhaps, in dreams, you will meet him, walking along golden paths of ink, exploring endless pages of calm. Perhaps you will sit together beneath glowing letters, watching them float into the air, like lanterns, like stars. Or perhaps you will simply rest. No dreams, no effort, only stillness, only sleep. Either way, you are safe. You are home. You are free to drift. And now, let yourself sink even deeper. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to think, nothing left to hold. Just the softness of this moment, just the rhythm of your breath, just the hush of night welcoming you fully into rest. The scribe's chamber fades gently, not with a sudden end, but with a slow dissolving, like watercolor brushed into water, blurring, blending, until it becomes one with your own dreamscape. The quill, the parchment, the golden ink, they drift into memory, floating softly into your inner sky. And there, in that inner sky, they shine like constellations, like reminders of patience, of gentleness, of timeless calm. You do not need to chase them. They are already with you, carried in your breath, carried in your heart, carried in your body as it melts further, 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 further into the embrace of rest. Notice now how your chest rises slowly and falls even more slowly. Notice how your mind, like the scribe's ink, settles into stillness at the bottom of a golden bowl. Clear, calm, untroubled, at ease. Each inhale is a fresh beginning. Each exhale is a gentle letting go. And each letting go draws you further into sleep. Imagine the sound of soft leaves outside, a night breeze weaving through branches, a rhythm older than time, a rhythm that carries you, like a cradle, like a lullaby, like the earth itself, whispering, "Rest now, rest now, rest now." Perhaps you hear the quiet hoot of an owl far in the forest. Perhaps you sense the silver light of the moon spilling across the land. But you do not need to focus. You only float. You only drift. And in drifting, you find peace. The scribe sleeps now too, his hands folded, his tools set aside. The whole monastery sleeps, stone walls breathing in unison, hearth embers glowing faintly, candles melting into silence. A hush covers all things. A hush covers you. And you are safe inside this hush. You are wrapped in its embrace. Nothing can disturb you here. Nothing can trouble you here. This is your sanctuary. This is your night. If thoughts come, let them float like ink droplets in water. They spread, they fade, they vanish, leaving only clarity, leaving only stillness. And as your body grows heavier still, you notice, your mind no longer wishes to wander. It only wishes to rest. It only wishes to surrender to the deep, endless quiet of sleep. Let it let go. Let the hush of the chamber, the golden glow of the ink, the gentle rhythm of the quill guide you into dreams, deeper and deeper and deeper still. And as you drift, the story does not vanish. It transforms. The scribe's ink, once flowing upon parchment, now flows into your own dreams. It paints pictures in your inner sky. Pictures of forests, of rivers, of golden sunsets, of quiet paths that lead you home. Each picture is soft, like mist upon morning grass. Each picture is soothing, like a hand upon your shoulder, like a whisper saying, rest deeper, sink softer, sleep more fully. Feel now how your hands have grown loose, your shoulders unburdened, your face smooth and free. No effort remains, only ease. The room around you, real or imagined, becomes a sanctuary of silence. Walls dissolve, ceilings fade, and you are left with sky above you, and earth beneath you, holding you like a cradle. Your breath, steady and gentle, becomes the rhythm of this cradle. Inhale, the cradle rocks one way. Exhale, the cradle rocks the other, soothing you, holding you, calming you. The quill scratches faintly in memory, yet it no longer stirs you. It is only rhythm now, only lullaby, only gentle pattern. And you realize, your mind has followed that quill. It has slowed, it has softened, it has surrendered. You are now the parchment, smooth, open, free. Upon you, dreams are written, stories unfold, and all of them bring peace. The scribe dips his pen once more, this time not into ink, but into the quiet of your mind. He writes upon the night itself. He writes words you do not need to read. You only need to feel them. You are safe. You are cherished. You are free to rest. And with every letter, your body grows heavier. And with every word, your mind grows softer. Until both body and mind move together, like a boat on still water. Drifting, drifting, drifting. Perhaps you hear water lapping against wooden beams. Perhaps you hear night birds murmuring in the distance. But the sounds are faint. They are only echoes of dreams. They soothe you. They do not wake you. The ink glows faintly, like starlight spilled upon a page. And you too glow faintly, with the warmth of rest, with the hush of night. Every part of you, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, sinks deeper into softness. Every part of you remembers, this is where you belong. Here, in this quiet. Here, in this night. Here, in this story without end. And so, you release even more, like a candle melting, like a star dissolving into dawn. You release, and drift, and rest. Feel how the stillness deepens now. The scribe's chamber has faded, yet its quietness lingers around you, like the faint glow of embers after firelight. You are not in a room anymore. You are in a space of timeless calm, a place that belongs only to you, a sanctuary woven from silence, from breath, from rest. Your body knows this place. It recognizes the comfort here, and it responds. Shoulders melting, neck releasing, chest opening with each gentle breath, belly softening, legs unwinding, feet resting heavy upon the earth. It is as though every muscle is being written into stillness. The scribe's invisible hand is sketching lines of release across you. He is drawing ease into your bones. He is painting peace into your skin. He is filling your very being with the golden ink of rest. Notice how your breath has slowed. Notice how it feels like ocean tides, rising in, falling out, in, out, like gentle waves at midnight, lapping the edges of a calm shore. And each wave whispers, sleep, rest, drift, deeper, deeper, deeper. The world around you is hushed. Perhaps you sense a faint breeze, moving through unseen leaves. Perhaps you hear a distant bell, soft and far away, like the memory of sound. Everything is gentle. Everything is calm. Nothing presses upon you here. Nothing is demanded. Nothing is needed. Only rest. And as you listen, you realize the scribe's story has never truly been about him. It has been about you, about your quietness, about your slowing breath, about the pages of your own heart waiting to be filled with peace. You are the story. You are the ink. You are the parchment and the dream. And tonight, your dream is written in gold. Notice how light begins to glow within you. Not a bright light, not a sharp light, but a dim golden shimmer, like candlelight flickering through soft wax. It glows in your chest. It spreads through your ribs. It warms your stomach. It slides down your arms, through your hands, into your fingertips. It drifts down your legs, into your feet, into your toes, until you are bathed in golden calm, until you are surrounded by golden rest. This is the ink of the scribe. This is the blessing he leaves you with, a blessing that whispers into your very core. You may sleep now. You may drift now. You may be free of everything else. And with that whisper, you let go even more. Your thoughts grow distant. Your breath grows slower. Your body sinks deeper. And all that remains is a soft glow and a steady drift into dreams. Rest now. Allow the golden glow to carry you further inward. Imagine that you are floating on its warmth, as if on a gentle current that moves slowly, peacefully, without rush. This golden stream winds its way through a landscape of quiet. You don't need to guide it. You don't need to decide. It carries you all on its own, smoothly, calmly, tenderly around you. The night is hushed. Stars blink overhead, but even they seem softened, like faint brushstrokes on the canvas of the sky. The moon is round and kind, casting a pale glow that only deepens the shadows of rest. It is not a light to wake you. It is a light to soothe you, to remind you that you are safe here, watched over, cradled, protected. And as the golden current drifts, you sense again the sound of the scribe's quill, that faint, rhythmic scratching, like the softest rainfall on parchment. Each stroke of the quill matches your breath. In, out, a line here, a curve there, a word etched into stillness. You realize he is still writing. He has been writing all along. And the book before him now is yours. Not a book of tasks, not a book of demands, but a book of dreams. A book that fills itself with images as you drift deeper into relaxation. The ink glows faintly as he writes. Here, they rest. Here, they are whole. Here, they are surrounded by calm. And the words echo through you as if they were written in your own body. Each phrase a soft release. Each sentence a surrender. Each paragraph a pathway into the gentle embrace of sleep. The pages turn slowly, without hurry, without effort. And each page holds silence. And each page holds warmth. And each page holds you. Now picture yourself standing within this book. The pages are taller than you. They arch upward like soft walls. They glow faintly with golden light. And you walk between them, not as a reader, but as part of the story itself. Your footsteps are weightless. Your body feels lighter with every step forward. The path beneath you is smooth and soft, like moss warmed by the sun. Overhead, the words shimmer. But you don't need to read them. You only need to feel them. They ripple through you as vibrations, as calm, as serenity. And as you continue walking, the words fade into light. The pages dissolve into air. And you find yourself standing in a meadow of stillness, bathed in golden glow, with the hush of night all around. This is your dream meadow. This is where sleep waits. This is where your body and your mind are invited to let go completely. Take a slow breath in and let it spill gently out. Notice how your shoulders soften, how your body grows heavier against whatever supports you. This meadow invites you to release even more now. The grass beneath you is soft, like the weave of velvet. It cushions you, holds you, embraces you. Every blade shimmers faintly with golden dew, glowing as though dipped in the scribe's luminous ink. A breeze stirs. It carries the scent of lavender, of earth warmed by moonlight, of something timeless and pure. The breeze is neither cool nor warm. It is simply perfect. It strokes across your skin with the gentleness of a lullaby. In the distance, you hear the hush of water. A stream runs through the meadow, its current soft and steady. And if you listen closely, you can hear how its sound mirrors the rhythm of your breath, a flowing in, a flowing out, always the same, always steady, always soothing. You move toward the stream, yet your body feels weightless, as though the earth carries you there without effort. The stars above shimmer brighter now, like lanterns hung just to guide you deeper inward. And as you arrive at the water's edge, you see it glowing, not with reflection, but with its own gentle light, golden ripples, slow and tender, dancing across the surface. You kneel at the edge, dip your hand in, and feel warmth. Not the warmth of fire, but the warmth of peace. As though the water remembers every dream you've ever had, and now it returns them to you, one gentle wave at a time. And as the current flows, you see words drifting upon it. Words written in golden ink. They float like petals, slowly turning, slowly glowing. You don't need to read them. They are already known by your heart. They speak of rest. They speak of release. They speak of safety. The scribe has written them for you, sent them here, into this stream, to meet you in this meadow, to remind you that every breath you take is another stroke of golden ink upon the page of your life, that every exhale is a gift of release, that every still moment is a line of poetry. And so you sit by the stream, letting the words pass by. Each one takes a little more tension with it. Each one carries away the remnants of thought. Each one leaves behind a deeper quiet. Your eyelids grow heavier, but this heaviness is sweet. It is the heaviness of clouds settling into the horizon. It is the heaviness of petals falling softly to earth. It is the heaviness of peace finding its way home. Here by the golden stream, you are whole. You are calm. You are ready to drift ever deeper into rest. The meadow sighs around you, a soft whisper of wind through tall grass, as if the earth itself is breathing with you. Each sound blends into the next, a cricket's steady hum, the water's gentle trickle, the leaves brushing against one another, all merging into a single song of rest. Your body, too, joins this song. Your heartbeat slows to match it. Your breath becomes smoother, like silk laid across still water. The edges of your awareness grow softer, like the fading of twilight into night. A soft light flickers nearby. It is not the stars, nor the moon, but something closer. You turn, and there stands the scribe. His robes are long and pale, catching the silver of the starlight. In his hand, he carries a quill, but not the quill you saw before. This one glows faintly, like the wick of a candle about to lull itself into sleep. He does not speak. He does not need to. Instead, he kneels beside you, his presence warm, steady, and deeply calm. With one hand, he dips the glowing quill into the stream. The water does not smudge the ink. Instead, it shimmers brighter, as if the quill has awakened the current. He writes across the water's surface. Lines of golden words form, then float gently away. Each line glows softly, then dissolves into the rippling current. And though you cannot read them, you understand them perfectly. They say, you are safe, you are at peace, you are exactly where you belong. With every phrase, your body sinks deeper. Every muscle unwinds, every thought loosens. Even the tiniest fragments of tension slip away, like sand slipping between open fingers. The meadow settles, as though it too has exhaled a long sigh of contentment. The stream's ripples slow, becoming almost mirror-like, reflecting the velvet sky above. And as you gaze into that reflection, you notice something curious. The stars above and the stars below seem to meet at the water's edge. It feels as though you are sitting not just by a stream, but at the seam of two worlds, above vast sky, infinite and free. Below an echo of that same vastness, rippling gently, as if it belongs to your own private dream. Your eyelids flutter, growing heavier with each breath. They long to close, to rest, to join the meadow in its quiet slumber. But before they close completely, you notice a soft glow upon the horizon. It is not the sun. It is not the moon. It is something more subtle, a golden haze, like dawn, yet gentler, a dawn that doesn't wake the earth, but lulls it further into dream. That golden haze drifts closer. It moves like a cloud of dust, stirred gently by unseen hands. And when it reaches the meadow, it lays itself upon the grass, upon the water, upon you. It feels like warmth. It feels like comfort. It feels like the touch of a blanket drawn across your shoulders by someone who cares deeply. You let yourself lean into that warmth. It sinks into your skin, into your bones, into the very rhythm of your heart. With every beat, the warmth grows brighter. With every breath, it grows softer. Your body is so heavy now, pleasantly heavy, like being held safely in the earth's embrace. The ground beneath you feels like a bed. The air around you feels like a lullaby. The golden haze shifts once more, and within it, you almost see shapes. Perhaps wings, perhaps pages of an unseen book turning slowly, perhaps only your imagination. But whether it is real or dream, it does not matter. What matters is how it makes you feel. And it makes you feel safe. It makes you feel cherished. It makes you feel as though the universe itself is whispering. Rest, dear one. You have done enough. You are enough. The meadow hums softly in agreement. The water glows. The stars blink slowly, as though they too are closing their eyes, one by one. And you know, deep within, that this story is not ending. It is simply carrying you to the next chapter, written not on parchment, not in ink, but in the calm beating of your heart, and the dream that waits just beyond the veil of waking. You drift further now, deeper, softer, into rest, into dream. The golden haze settles fully now, like a curtain being drawn, slowly, gracefully, to mark the beginning of a night's performance of dreams. You breathe in. The air tastes like honey and cool stone. You breathe out. The breath feels like a soft candle flame, flickering gently before it fades. And with each rise and fall of your chest, the meadow folds itself further into silence. Crickets sing their soft nocturne. The brook hums its endless lullaby. The leaves murmur secrets to the breeze, but their voices grow slower, drowsier, as though even the trees themselves are drifting toward dream. You lie there, and in your stillness, the boundary between body and earth dissolves. The ground beneath you feels alive, warm and steady, like a friend keeping watch. You need do nothing. The meadow holds you. The golden haze soothes you. The night carries you. From far away, or perhaps from within, a bell tolls, not sharp, not loud, but soft, like the sound of glass touched by a feather. It resonates in your chest. It resonates in your bones, and then it fades, leaving only peace behind. The glow above shifts again. For a moment, you imagine the scribe. His candle is still burning faintly, in that quiet monastery chamber. His quill moves slower now, his breath calmer. The lapis pigment glows faintly, even in the dimness, as though it remembers the sunlight that once touched it in the earth. He dips his quill into the golden ink, and with infinite patience, he writes not words, but silence. A line here, a curve there, and somehow, the silence he writes drifts outward, seeking you, finding you, settling upon you like a spell of rest. Your eyes are almost closed now, heavy, so very heavy. But they close in kindness, not in force. They close like petals folding at night, knowing the morning will come in its time. The bell sounds again, fainter this time. It calls you deeper, deeper still, past thoughts, past waking, into a place of softness, a place where nothing is required, nothing is demanded, nothing is heavy. And as you slip into that place, you hear the faintest whisper. Sleep now, dear listener. Sleep now, and let the story finish its writing within your dreams. The meadow fades, the stream fades, the glow fades, even the scribe's chamber fades. And in their place, only warmth remains, only calm, only rest. You surrender, you let go, and you drift, deeply, sweetly, into the dream that waits with open arms. Drift deeper now, so softly, so gently, like a feather that no breeze disturbs. The meadow is no longer a place around you. but a memory within you, a dream folded into your heart. The golden haze, the quiet brook, the humming earth, all of them continue their song, but far away, like echoes in a cavern of peace. You are not separate from them. You are them. Your breath is the brook. Your pulse is the crickets. Your stillness is the hush of the trees. And the scribe, his quill resting at last, has leaned back in his chair. His candle guttered low, its flame only a shy flicker. His inkwell, the golden ink, reflects one final glimmer of light. He closes his eyes, too. He too is carried by the story. Not the one written in his book, but the one being written in silence. The one being etched upon your rest, upon your dream. Sleep drapes itself over you like a cloak woven of clouds. Soft, weightless, comforting. Your body sighs, your muscles sink. Your breath smooths into long, unbroken lines. Now, there is no hurry. There is no destination. There is only this slow, falling into the vast, endless cradle of sleep. The scribe's golden ink, shimmering faintly, releases its magic into the air. It drifts unseen, like golden dust, settling upon your forehead, your eyelids, your lips. And where it lands, it whispers calm. A calm so deep that your thoughts cannot resist. They dissolve, they scatter, they become stars lost in the velvet sky of your mind. And soon, you cannot even remember what it was you carried with you here. No burdens, no questions, no time, just stillness, just a sweet surrender. The bell sounds once more. So faint, so distant, it could be nothing more than the memory of a sound. It rings not to wake you, but to guide you further down, deeper and deeper still. Your breath follows it, descending in rhythm, slow and steady, like waves returning endlessly to the shore, like the heartbeat of the earth. Now the story pauses, not because it has ended, but because it has become one with your dream. The pages close, the quill rests, the ink sleeps, and so do you. Sleep now. Sleep deeply. Sleep sweetly. Let the scribe's golden ink write the rest of this tale upon the parchment of your dreams. Good night. Even as the story closed, its silence became a new beginning, because silence is not empty. Silence is full. Full of dreams, full of colors unseen, full of worlds waiting just beyond the veil of sleep. And you are gliding through that veil now. Not walking, not floating, but gliding, as though your very being knows how to move without effort, without strain, without thought. Behind you, the meadow fades, the scribe's candle flickers out. But before you, oh, before you, a horizon shimmers, woven of silver threads. It is not morning, not night, but something in between. A place where dreams grow, ripen, and bloom. You step into it, or perhaps it steps into you. The difference doesn't matter. What matters is how soft it feels, how welcoming, how infinite. And the air here is alive. It hums, it sings. A melody with no beginning, no end. A lullaby without words, but one your heart understands perfectly. Every note of it strokes your mind. Every rhythm of it settles your body. Every pause of it sinks you deeper, and deeper still, into the velvet ocean of rest. The golden ink, yes, even now, though the candle is gone, though the scribe is asleep, the golden ink still drifts, carried on invisible winds. It follows you into this new realm, like starlight scattered upon the tide of night. It touches your brow again, and you feel something warm spread within you. Not warmth of fire, not warmth of sun, but the warmth of being held, the warmth of being safe, the warmth of being home. Here, no burden follows you. Here, the weight of your day has dissolved like salt in a boundless sea. Here, your body is nothing more than a vessel swaying gently on the calmest tide. And your mind is the sky, endless, unbroken, filled only with constellations of peace. Sleep wraps around you again, not like a blanket, but like the very air you breathe. It is everywhere. It is everything. It is you. And though you may dream, you will not stir. For the dreams here are not storms, but whispers. Not noise, but lullabies. They carry you, not away, but deeper inward, into the quietest chambers of rest, into the gentlest rhythm of being, into the deepest sleep. And as you drift, you hear again, so faint, so far away, the echo of the bell. But now, it is not a sound, it is a star. It glows softly, and its light guides you further still, down and down, into peace. Good night. And so, the bell's echo softens, until it is no longer a sound at all, but a pulse, a heartbeat, a rhythm stitched into the very fabric of your rest. Each beat slows you further. Each thrum unknots a hidden tension. Each ripple carries you downward. Gentle, patient, eternal. The golden ink, still drifting through this dreamlike air, settles now upon invisible pages. Pages you cannot see, yet somehow you know they are there. Because every stroke of ink writes you into peace. Every line becomes a cradle. Every word becomes a cloud. Every sentence becomes a soft hand guiding you inward. It is no longer a story you hear. It is a story you are. Your breath is its punctuation. Your heartbeat is its rhythm. Your stillness is its ending. Though in truth, there is no end. The meadow is gone. The candle is gone. The scribe is gone. But their gift remains. The gift of knowing that sleep is not escape. It is return. Return to yourself. Return to the quiet. Return to the place where all burdens dissolve like mist under the morning sun. And now, the dreamscape shifts once more. Not abruptly, not loudly, but like dusk becoming night, slowly, seamlessly, invisibly. You find yourself drifting through a vast sky of velvet blue. Stars scatter themselves before you, not above, not around, but within. Each one flickers in time with your breath. Inhale, they brighten. Exhale, they dim. Inhale, they glow stronger. Exhale, they fall quieter. Until at last you realize, this universe is your chest. This sky is your mind. This infinity is you. And what better place to rest than within infinity? What safer cradle than eternity itself? What softer pillow than the cosmos breathing in rhythm with your soul? Your body is no longer heavy. It is not even light. It is simply gone. And yet, you feel whole. You feel complete. You feel more yourself than you have all day. Sleep deepens. Dreams rise. But they are not images. They are not stories. They are not storms. They are lullabies shaped like rivers. They are silences shaped like wings. They are stillness shaped like home. And every breath carries you farther, not away, not outside, but inward, into the softest place of all. A place where nothing is demanded, nothing is rushed, nothing is expected, only rest, only calm, only quiet. And as the last flecks of golden ink settle, as the stars in your chest dim to a gentle glow, you surrender fully. No resistance, no thought, no weight, just peace. Only peace. Good night. The quiet is not empty, it is alive. Alive with the hum of unseen wings, the slow drifting of unseen tides, the hush of worlds turning in their sleep. And you, dear dreamer, are part of it now. No longer separate, no longer the one watching the story. You have become the story. The ink has written you into the great book of stillness. The stars cradle you in their patient rhythm. The night wraps you in its silver shawl. There is no clock here, no measure, no tick, no tick, only the soft and endless unfolding of silence. You drift deeper and deeper still, like a feather carried by the gentlest current, like a snowflake landing upon a still pond, like a candle's smoke curling upward until it dissolves into the invisible sky. Your breath, that faithful companion, slows once more. It becomes softer than soft, so gentle, so unhurried. It almost feels like the world is breathing for you. And perhaps it is. Perhaps it always has. Perhaps you are not apart from the universe, but a note within its song. And now, the dreamscape unfurls once again. Not as meadow, not as library, not as sky, but as a sea. A sea without edge, a sea without wave, a sea without fear. It is not water you float upon. It is light, silvery, fluid, glowing faintly with the shimmer of distant galaxies. It carries you, It supports you. It whispers lullabies older than time itself. You do not need to swim. You do not need to try. You do not even need to move. The sea moves for you. The sea is rest itself. And beneath its surface, if there can even be a surface, are shapes, gentle shapes. Whales made of starlight, fish that glimmer like lanterns, slow, drifting jellyfish glowing like pale moons. They pass beneath you without sound, without ripple, without demand, only presence, only calm. And for a moment, a long, stretching moment, you realize you are not simply floating on this sea. You are part of it. Your body dissolves into the light. Your thoughts dissolve into the current. Your worries dissolve into the deep. All that remains is you, but not the heavy you of the day, not the restless you of the waking world, the quiet you, the eternal you, the you that is simply here, breathing with the stars, drifting with the tide, resting in the arms of infinity. The golden ink is still writing. It writes not on paper now, but across the waves. Every ripple becomes a line. Every shimmer becomes a word. Every silence becomes a promise. You are safe. You are held. You are free to rest. And you do. You rest deeper and deeper still, until even the dream feels like it is dreaming you. Good night. The dream does not end. It simply shifts. Like clouds across a midnight sky. Like curtains slowly parting to reveal another stage. The sea of light softens. Its glow thins into mist. The mist curls into air. The air steadies into stillness. And soon, you find yourself standing once again. Though standing feels too heavy a word, you are present. That is enough. Around you, a garden grows, but not a garden of earth. Not a garden of soil or stone. This is a garden of time. Every tree here is made of memory. Every branch is a path once taken. Every leaf is a moment lived. They shimmer faintly, as though moonlight itself has been folded into their veins. The air is rich with fragrance, but not of flowers. The fragrance is gentler, sweeter, something the soul recognizes, though the tongue cannot name. It is the scent of peace, the perfume of rest, the quiet musk of eternity. You walk, or rather, you drift along the soft trail between these glowing trees. Your steps make no sound. Your body feels no weight. It is as though you are being carried, cradled, moved forward by the garden itself. In the distance, you see lanterns, not hung by hands, not lit by flame, but hovering gently, glowing with a golden warmth. They do not flicker, they do not burn, they simply are, like little guardians of the night, watching without judgment, waiting without impatience. And as you pass them, you realize each lantern is not light at all. It is a word, a single word, humming softly in golden script. Rest, peace.com/stillness, love, home. Each word you pass does not stay behind you. It joins you. It follows you. It floats into your chest, into your heart, settling there like glowing embers. One by one, you collect them. Until soon, you are no longer walking with words beside you. You are carrying them within you. The garden has gifted you its essence. And then, at the center of this endless grove, there is a bench, carved not of wood, nor stone, nor metal, but of silence. Pure, unbroken silence. It glimmers faintly, as though woven from silver threads of moonlight. You sit, and as you do, the garden exhales. The lanterns dim. The trees bow gently, their leaves trembling in quiet harmony. It is as though the whole dream itself has been waiting for you to rest here. You close your eyes, and for the first time, you feel the garden enter you completely. You are no longer simply inside it. You are it. Your breath is its wind. Your heartbeat is its lanterns. Your stillness is its soil. And in this merging, you dissolve even further, not into loss, but into belonging, into the pure and unshakable truth. You have always been home. Good night. The dream shifts again, not with haste, not with alarm, but with the soft rhythm of waves lapping against an unseen shore. The garden fades, but the peace does not fade with it. The words you gathered, rest, peace.com, stillness, love, home, remain glowing inside your chest. They shine faintly, steady, like a constellation within you. The mist rises once more. It does not conceal. It carries. It lifts you upward, gentle as a sigh, kind as a mother's hand. And soon, you find yourself in a place that feels less like a world and more like a song. The air hums softly. It is not music exactly, but the echo of something greater, something vast, something eternal, a harmony without end. You look around, and you see it, an ocean without horizon. Its waters are not water. They are light, endless, flowing light, golden where it glimmers, silver where it bends, deep indigo where it stretches away into infinity. Each wave rolls forward in slow, dreamlike motion, not crashing, not breaking, simply arriving. Each wave comes like a breath, in and out, as if the entire sea is alive, breathing with you. You step forward. There is no fear. Your foot meets the glowing surface. It does not sink. It does not resist. It receives you. And so you walk, not on water, but on light itself. The ocean welcomes you. Its rhythm becomes your rhythm. Your heart begins to beat with it. Your breath begins to match it. Inhale with the swell. Exhale with the retreat. Inhale, exhale. And slowly, you realize you are no longer separate from it. You are not walking on the ocean. You are walking as the ocean. And then you see them, shapes within the waves. Not creatures, not shadows, but memories. They're a smile once given to you. They're a hand you once held. They're a dream you once whispered. They're a hope you thought was lost. The ocean holds them all. Not gone, not forgotten. Just resting here, safe, gently carried in its tides. The waves bow around you, as if honoring your presence. And in that moment, you understand. This sea is not outside you. It has always been within you. It is the deep reservoir of your spirit, the eternal place where nothing is wasted, nothing is broken, nothing is lost, only carried, only transformed, only loved. You let go, not of yourself, but of the need to hold tightly. You surrender to the waves. They rise, they cradle, they carry you. And as you float, as the ocean's breath becomes your own, a final truth settles into your heart. You are infinite, and infinite things cannot be broken. The ocean breathes beneath you, and you breathe with it. Slow, unhurried, eternal. There is no rush here, no clock, no deadline. Only the endless unfolding of peace. The waves glow, and as they rise and fall, they begin to whisper, not with voices, but with feelings. Gentle impressions, like soft hands pressing into your heart. One wave whispers, you are safe. Another wave whispers, you are loved. Another wave whispers, you are enough. And each time the ocean speaks, its words do not fade. They remain within you. They become part of you. You are not simply floating. You are absorbing the eternal truths you once forgot. The sea stretches onward, but soon you notice something new. Far ahead, rising from the golden surface, a structure gleams at first. You think it is a temple, tall, radiant, with spires that pierce the heavens. But as you draw closer, you realize it is not built of stone or marble. It is built of words. Yes, words. Each pillar is a column of letters, stacked and shining, flowing like script made solid. Each wall hums with quiet syllables. Each step is inscribed with promises that never fade. You step closer, and the words lean toward you. Not to confuse, but to welcome you. Read one line as you approach. Rest will always find you. Another glows. Peace lives within your chest. Another, softer still. You are home, no matter where you are. The temple opens its doors, if they can be called doors. They are curtains of light, flowing open at your arrival. And as you enter, you feel a warmth unlike any you have ever known. Inside, the air is hushed, sacred, but not heavy, light, yet immeasurably deep. The temple does not echo, for every sound is absorbed into kindness. In the center, you see it, a single desk, a single chair, a single book. The book is vast, open wide, its pages stretching beyond sight. The ink upon its surface is alive, golden and liquid, flowing as if written in real time. You understand instantly, this is the book of your soul. Every dream, every breath, every moment of laughter, every tear, every silence, it is all here, carefully written with love. The pen that writes it floats gently above the page, moving without hand, yet guided perfectly. And as you watch, it writes something new. It writes this very moment. You, standing before it. You, watching yourself be written. You, realizing you are both the story and the storyteller. A calm overwhelms you. You do not need to correct. You do not need to erase. The book is whole. The book is perfect. The book is yours. The ink glows brighter. It hums with a low, tender vibration. And the words speak again. Rest now. You are carried. You are complete. The words glow upon the pages, and you watch them ripple like gentle tides of light. The letters are alive, breathing softly, pulsing with warmth. Each sentence curves with grace, not sharp, not rushed, but flowing like water, like silk, like a lullaby written in script. You lean closer, and the golden ink rises from the page, not as letters anymore, but as shapes. The words unravel into images, pictures painted by your own soul. A meadow unfolds, wide, endless, with grasses swaying in a breeze you suddenly feel brushing against your cheek. The temple dissolves, yet you are not afraid, for you realize the temple was never a place. It was a doorway, a threshold between what is written and what is lived. Now, you are walking barefoot in the meadow. The grass is soft, cool beneath your steps, each blade bending gently, never breaking. Above, the sky is lavender, touched with fading gold, as if twilight has just begun to sing. You look around, and flowers rise to meet you. They glow faintly, not in wild colors, but in subtle hues. Silver petals, blue edges, pale golden centers. They do not overwhelm, they soothe. One flower bends toward you, not by wind, not by chance, but by choice. It leans, its petals brushing your fingertips. And as you touch it, a voice enters your heart, a whisper so pure it feels like a breath. You are part of us. You always have been. You belong to this gentle forever. Your body relaxes deeper. Each word dissolves tension. Each syllable quiets thought. Your shoulders sink. Your chest loosens. Your breath lengthens. The meadow stretches endlessly, but you notice a small path. It winds through the grasses, barely visible, like a line drawn by the soft footfalls of the wind. You begin to follow it. As you walk, you hear something in the distance. Not a sound of the world, but of the soul. A melody, faint at first, like humming from far away. It is not sharp or bright. It is low, soothing, the kind of sound you don't just hear, but feel vibrating through your chest. You keep walking, and the sound grows closer. It becomes a song. But not with words, only tones, flowing, endless, like the ocean singing through the air. And then you see them, figures, gentle and radiant, standing in the meadow. Not human, not angel, but something between. Their bodies glow faintly, as if sculpted from moonlight. Their faces are calm, soft, radiating kindness. They are the keepers of the lullaby. They do not look at you with surprise. They look at you as if they have always known you, always waited for you. Their song never stops, but as you step closer, you realize it is shaping itself around you. Every note adjusts, every harmony bends to cradle you, as if the universe is singing you to rest. The song surrounds you, filling every space, slipping into the silence between your heartbeats. It feels not sung to you, but through you, as if your very breath has become part of the melody. The keepers stand in a gentle circle. They do not move with sharpness. Their gestures are like clouds drifting, slow, effortless, traced with peace. One of them raises a hand, palm open, light flowing from the center like water spilling into the air. It touches you, not with weight, not with force, but with a feather-like grace that makes every thought dissolve. Your mind grows quieter. The song grows softer, but more enveloping. Each note feels like a blanket of warmth, draped over you, one layer at a time. Another keeper steps forward. They hold nothing, Yet somehow their hands shimmer with threads of silver. With slow, patient movements, they weave those threads around you, not binding you, but cocooning you, wrapping you in safety, as if you are being dressed in the very fabric of dreams. You sigh, a deep sigh, a surrender, as though every muscle agrees that there is nothing more to carry. The meadow sways with the song. The flowers hum faintly in harmony. The sky dims into deeper twilight, the lavender melting into indigo, then into a velvet blue so rich it feels endless. Above, the first stars appear, but they do not twinkle with sharp light. They glow softly, as if even the stars are whispering, "Rest." The keepers step back. Their circle remains unbroken, but their song shifts. It lowers, deepens, slows, like the heartbeat of the earth itself. You feel it in your chest. You feel it in your bones. A slow rhythm, steady and gentle, lulling you further inward. One keeper leans close enough that their presence surrounds you, yet their face remains calm, timeless. Their voice, softer than wind, slips into your ear. You have walked far. You have carried much, but now you are carried. By the meadow, by the stars, by us. Close your eyes and know that nothing can harm you here. The words settle into you, not as sound, but as truth. You feel your eyes grow heavier. Your breath slows even more. The cocoon of silver light holds you, warm, weightless, and as your eyes close, the last thing you hear is the lullaby shifting into silence, not ending, not vanishing, but becoming part of your own heartbeat, so that even as you drift, you carry the song with you. You lie down in the meadow now, on the soft grass, under the endless velvet sky. The keepers remain, watching, guarding. Their light does not fade. Their presence does not leave. You are safe. You are weightless. You are drifting, and sleep begins to carry you like a gentle tide. The tide of sleep moves slowly. It's not rushing. It's not pulling you suddenly. It moves like a river under the moonlight, smooth, steady, gathering you into its gentle current. Your body feels heavier now, but in a way that comforts you, like being wrapped in a quilt, like sinking into a bed carved perfectly for you, soft, warm, secure. The meadow around you sways. The grass bends like waves in an unseen sea. The flowers close their petals, as though they too are ready for rest. The keeper's circle holds steady, their light forming a soft halo around your resting form. They do not move much now, only small motions, like candle flames flickering. Their silence is not empty. It is full of safety, full of quiet love. The stars above continue to appear, one after another, slow, steady sparks in the velvet sky. Each one glows with a softness that feels alive. And as you look at them through heavy eyes, it feels like they are looking back, watching over you. The cocoon of silver threads grows warmer, thicker, as if the light itself has chosen to become a blanket around you. And that realization doesn't frighten you. It soothes you, because you know now, you are not supposed to go anywhere. You are already where you belong. The keepers bow their heads. Their light softens to a glow, so dim it feels like candle embers. They do not vanish, they remain, but they dim themselves, so you may sink deeper, so your own light may carry you now. You feel the weight of your body sink lower, as though gravity itself has become tender, pulling you not into the ground, but into comfort, into warmth, into the final layers of sleep. The stars above blur. The silver cocoon thickens. Your breath moves like the slow tide, in, out, each breath longer than the last, each pause between them a doorway to stillness. The meadow hums one last time, a soft vibration beneath you, like the earth whispering, "Rest, dream, sleep." The words melt into your chest. They become your heartbeat. They become your silence. And as your eyes close completely now, you drift beyond the meadow, beyond the keepers, beyond the stars. You drift into the vast ocean of sleep, where only peace waits for you. The meadow fades. The keepers fade. The sky itself fades. And yet, there is no fear in this fading. Only release. Only ease. Only the comfort of letting go. The silver cocoon has become so thick, so soft, so warm, that you no longer feel the edges of your body. You are wrapped, weightless, floating. The stars above blur completely now. They become soft pools of light that melt into the dark, like drops of honey into warm tea. One by one, they dissolve. And with each star that fades, a little more of your mind releases. A little more of you drifts deeper, until thought itself is only a distant echo, a ripple lost in a quiet sea. Your breath is slow, so slow, the rhythm of sleep, the rhythm of deep tides moving far beneath the surface. In, out, each breath heavier, each pause longer, each moment softer. The last fragments of the meadow become dreams of, the last glow of the keepers becomes memory. The last hum of the earth becomes silence. And you sink beneath it all. No need to hold anything now. No need to remember. No need to think of where you are going. Sleep carries you. Sleep knows the way. Sleep has always known the way. Your body is gone to wait. Your mind is gone to stillness. Your spirit floats, drifting lower, lower, lower. Down past the silver cocoon, down past the meadow, down past even the stars. You descend like a feather falling through night air. No rush, no effort, only the certainty that you are safe, only the certainty that you are home. And then there is only darkness, but it is not empty darkness. It is full of rest, full of warmth, full of dreams that will rise to meet you like gentle waves. The last whisper comes not from the keepers, not from the meadow, not from the stars, but from sleep itself. It says nothing complicated. It says only this: you are safe, you are loved, you are free. Rest now. And with those words, you let go completely. The final tether loosens. The final light fades. And you sink, fully, deeply, peacefully, into sleep. Dreams wait for you there, like soft fields beyond the horizon. But you need not seek them. They will come. They always come. For now, there is only silence. For now, there is only rest. Good night, good night, good night. And yet, as the night deepens, something curious happens. Though the scribe's chamber has gone quiet, though the meadow rests beneath its blanket of stars, a soft ripple of imagination carries you further still. It is as though the story has gently loosened its seams, and another dream slips free. You find yourself standing upon a path of moonlight. It is neither earth nor air, but something between, like walking across the reflection of the moon upon water. Each step feels impossibly light, as if gravity itself has decided to let you wander without weight. The air here is hushed, but filled with an almost musical silence, like the faint aftersound of chimes that have just stopped ringing. You breathe, and even your breath seems to shimmer. Ahead, the path leads toward a quiet glade that glows with a silver radiance. The trees here are tall, impossibly tall, their branches curving like cathedral arches, stretching into infinity. And from there, leaves drift tiny motes of light, like sparks of the golden ink the scribe once used. The air smells faintly of lavender and rain, gentle scents that wrap around your senses, guiding you deeper into rest. As you move slowly forward, the ground beneath your feet shifts. It is softer now, like moss, cool and springy. Each step feels slower, quieter, more delicate until you no longer feel the need to walk at all. You pause. You look upward. The sky above is no longer the familiar dome of night. Instead, it is alive with rivers of starlight, flowing and curling as though the constellations themselves have been stirred with a great cosmic brush. Somewhere, in this dream beyond the dream, the stars are not fixed. They are alive, moving gently, weaving soft stories in the sky. And as you gaze upward, you realize this is not a place to explore with effort. This is a place to simply be. So you let yourself be still. You let your body soften. You let your thoughts grow quiet, like leaves settling after the wind. And the dream welcomes you, as though it has been waiting. A subtle warmth fills the air, like a gentle hearth fire, but with no source, only presence. It soothes your chest, your heart, your very breathing, until every part of you feels aligned with the hush of this place. The path of moonlight stretches onward. It may go on forever, and yet, you need not walk it. It is enough to rest here, in this glow, letting the dream carry you like a slow tide, drifting, breathing, sinking deeper, ever deeper. The silver path fades, dissolving into mist, and you find yourself standing in a meadow, unlike any you've seen before. Here, the grass glows faintly with a pale blue light, bending softly as though moved by a breeze that you cannot feel. Every blade seems to hum with quiet energy, like a song meant only for your soul. Far above, the stars are vast and close, as if they have leaned in to watch over you. They are not cold or distant. They are gentle, warm companions, scattered lanterns in an endless sky. Somewhere in the meadow, a brook flows, yet its water does not sparkle like ordinary streams. Instead, it glows with liquid starlight, as if the heavens have melted into a river just for you. The sound of it is impossibly soothing, a slow, endless hush that lulls your body deeper into rest. You kneel beside it, and when you touch the water, it feels both cool and warm, like it knows exactly what you need. The ripples carry your reflection outward, but it is not the face you know. Instead, it is the quiet reflection of your spirit, glowing, peaceful, timeless. The air carries no urgency here, no past, no future, only the soft suspension of this eternal moment. Even time seems to have sighed and let itself rest. You walk further, and the meadow opens into a circle of trees, tall and graceful, their bark glowing with soft golden lines, like veins of light running upward. Within this circle, the air is perfectly still. You realize this is not just a meadow, it is a sanctuary, a place woven entirely of calm. You lie down in the soft grass, and it embraces you, as though the earth itself has become a pillow. The ground feels alive, holding you with gentleness, humming with a pulse that matches your own heartbeat. And then, without trying, without searching, your breath slows even further. Your body grows weightless. Your mind unknots. This meadow has no end, no edges. It stretches forever, waiting only for you to drift within it. You close your eyes, and even with your eyes closed, the glow remains soft, golden, eternal. The sound of the brook, the hush of starlight, the whisper of grass, all of it merges into a single lullaby, carrying you beyond thought. Here, there is nothing left to do, nothing left to hold, nothing left to change. Only this, only rest, only peace, and you surrender to it fully, letting the dream wrap around you like the gentlest blanket, deeper, softer, forever safe. The meadow begins to dissolve, like mist lifting in the morning. Slowly, softly, the glow fades into something even vaster, an ocean that stretches farther than the eye can see. Its surface is not made of water as you know it, but of liquid night, dark and shimmering, reflecting every star above. Each wave is slow, steady, eternal, as though the ocean itself breathes in harmony with you. When you step forward, you do not sink. Instead, the ocean holds you, its surface firm, yet gentle, as if it recognizes you as part of itself. You begin to drift across it effortlessly, carried without effort, without direction, guided only by peace. The horizon glows faintly, where the sky kisses the ocean. No beginning, no end, only an endless expanse of calm. Every sound is softened here. The rolling waves are not loud, but hushed like whispers of comfort that echo endlessly across the waters. The ocean sings to you, not with words, but with feelings. Release, surrender, serenity. You let go of every weight you have ever carried. They fall from you silently, disappearing beneath the dark waters, absorbed and dissolved, never to return. Your body becomes lighter. Your thoughts dissolve like sandcastles in the tide. Your breath flows with the rhythm of the waves, slow, deep, endless. The stars above stretch further, multiplying, filling the sky until it feels as though you are floating, not on an ocean, but in the heart of the cosmos itself. You close your eyes, and you still see them, the stars, the glow, the vastness. The ocean carries you deeper and deeper into stillness. There is no fear here, no worry, no time, only the endless, infinite ocean of calm. It is not outside of you, it is you. and you drift within it forever, safe, whole, at peace. As you drift across the infinite ocean, a distant glow begins to shimmer on the horizon. It is faint at first, like the flicker of a candle, yet it grows slowly, steadily, without haste. The light comes from a Torah, solitary lighthouse, rising gracefully from a small island of smooth stone. Its walls are pale, almost pearlescent, catching the reflection of stars and waves. The flame at its crown does not burn harshly. Instead, it glows like golden silk, wrapping the night in warmth. The lighthouse is not a warning beacon, not a call against danger. It is a guide, a reminder of stillness. Its glow pulses gently, like a heartbeat, drawing you closer, inviting you to rest. The ocean itself carries you to the stone shore. Your feet touch the island, smooth and cool, like marble warmed by moonlight. The air here is utterly calm. The waves lap softly, whispering against the rocks, then fading into silence. You walk toward the lighthouse door, each step effortless, your body feeling lighter with every movement. The door is already open. Inside, there is no stair, no climb. Instead, the interior spirals upward like a slow-moving current, carrying you higher without strain. With each gentle ascent, your mind feels clearer, quieter, as though each layer of thought falls away, leaving only ease behind. At the top, you stand before the flame itself. It does not scorch, it does not blind. It welcomes. The golden fire moves like slow honey, its glow flowing outward across the sea, across the stars, across your own being. You realize the flame is not separate from you. It is your inner stillness, your eternal light, reflected back at you in form. Standing in its presence, you feel weightless, timeless, as though every heartbeat has stretched into eternity. You breathe in, and the light fills you. You breathe out, and the light expands beyond you. The lighthouse hums softly, a lullaby without words, guiding you deeper into calm, deeper into rest, deeper into the dream. And as you close your eyes in its golden glow, you feel yourself merging with the light itself, becoming part of the eternal flame of quiet. When the golden flame of the lighthouse folds softly into silence, you notice the air changing, fragrant with blossoms unseen. The ocean dissolves into mist, and through the veil of fog, a hidden path appears woven from silver threads of moonlight, suspended above nothingness. You step onto the path. It carries you, weightless, as though walking upon breath itself. Each step is slower than the last, calmer, softer, until time itself feels like it has stopped to let you pass. The path opens into a garden unlike any you have ever known. Flowers stretch like galaxies, petals shimmering with stars, stems glowing faintly as though each one carries its own hidden constellation. Trees bend low, their branches heavy with glowing fruits that hum faint notes of music. Here, every plant breathes with you. As you inhale, the garden blossoms, flowers unfolding, colors deepening. As you exhale, the garden sighs with you, petals drifting into the air, dissolving into sparkles before they touch the ground. It feels as though the entire space has been waiting only for your rhythm. Your breath and the garden's breath are one. Your calm becomes its calm. Its stillness becomes your stillness. In the very center of the garden lies a pool, smooth as glass, reflecting not your body, but your essence, pure, radiant, infinite. The water's surface glows softly with a light that seems to come from within you. You kneel beside the pool, watching as your reflection exhales. The ripples do not disturb you, they soothe you. They carry away thought, they carry away weight, until only ease remains. The longer you gaze, the more the boundaries between reflection and reality dissolve. The pool does not show you anymore. It shows only peace. It shows only light. It shows only rest. And as you lean closer, your reflection leans back, smiling faintly. Before the image merges with you, once again reminding you that peace has always lived within, waiting only for your breath to return to it. The garden hushes, the stars between the petals dim gently, and the world becomes nothing but the sound of your breath and the warmth of endless stillness. From the garden of eternal breath, a soft trail of light leads you onward. The silver path bends gently, carrying you without effort, until it opens into a forest. But this is no ordinary forest. The trees here are tall, beyond imagination, their trunks wide and smooth, glowing faintly in a soft green light. Each leaf trembles as if it carries a secret message, whispering to you with the gentlest of sighs. You take a step, and the forest floor beneath your feet feels like clouds, soft, springy, weightless. Each step sends a ripple through the leaves above, a tiny murmur that hums along your skin, along your breath, along your very being. The air is alive with calm. A faint breeze brushes your cheeks, carrying the scent of rain and moss and something indefinably sweet. Every inhalation draws serenity deeper into your body. Every exhalation releases tension you didn't even realize you were holding. A stream winds through the forest, its water luminous with soft green light. It does not rush or fall. It glides, moving as though time itself has slowed to watch. You kneel beside it, dipping your fingers into the gentle flow. The touch is cooling, but comforting, like a lullaby that travels through the skin into the soul. Above, the trees bend slightly, forming a natural cathedral. Light filters through the leaves, dappling the forest floor with patterns that seem to dance in sync with your heartbeat. The whispers of the leaves shift into rhythm, soft and musical, carrying the tune of peace, of ease, of surrender. You continue walking slowly, your body light, your mind still. Every step, every sound, every breath is synchronized with the forest itself. The forest does not push you forward, it simply exists, and in its existence, you find yourself sinking deeper into stillness. A gentle clearing opens ahead, bathed in a soft, golden glow. You realize that this forest, this path, this journey is endless, but you need not reach an end. The whispering leaves are enough. The light is enough. The calm, perfect presence is enough. You sit on a soft bed of moss, feeling the forest's heartbeat align with your own. The stream hums quietly beside you. The leaves sing their silent song, and the golden glow wraps around you like a blanket. And you feel, deeply, that there is nowhere else to be, nothing else to do. Only this, only calm, only sleep. From the forest of whispering leaves, a soft, glowing path emerges, carrying you forward until you arrive at a vast lake. But this lake is unlike any ordinary water. It floats above the ground, shimmering like liquid silver, reflecting not only the stars, but every hidden color of the night. Thousands of lanterns drift across its surface, glowing softly in warm amber, pale blue, and gentle rose. Each lantern hums faintly, a tiny heartbeat of light, as if carrying a wish, a dream, or a fragment of calm to wherever it belongs. You step closer, feeling weightless, your feet barely brushing the soft moss of the shore. When you dip your hand into the lake, the water feels like silk, rippling gently through your fingers. Every ripple carries serenity deeper into your body, washing away the smallest remnants of tension. The lanterns move slowly, lazily, without rush or direction, forming ever-changing patterns that hypnotize and soothe. You notice that as you breathe in, the glow of the lanterns seems to warm your chest, and as you breathe out, the gentle hum of the lake carries the exhaled tension away. The air smells faintly of jasmine and night rain, a calm, invisible caress brushing against your skin. Your eyelids grow heavier, but each blink reveals new, tiny details. The way a lantern dips into the silver lake, the way its light scatters like fireflies across the surface, the subtle ripple patterns that seem almost alive. You sit on the soft, floating edge, leaning slightly into the calm. The lake rocks gently, a natural cradle, each movement lulling your body, guiding your mind, drawing your spirit deeper into perfect rest. Above, the stars twist and swirl with the reflection of the lanterns. Everything, the lake, the lights, the night sky moves in perfect harmony, synchronized with your breathing, your heartbeat, your slow descent into sleep. And you realize, fully, without effort, that there is no need to rise or move. There is no need to think or act. The floating lantern lake holds you entirely, a sanctuary in light, a lullaby in motion, a space where the soul can rest endlessly. The lanterns drift past you, carrying whispers of peace, echoing softly through your mind. Rest, let go, drift, sleep. and you drift deeper, softer, weightless, safe, forever cradled by the gentle glow of the lake and its endless, floating lanterns. From the floating lantern lake, a faint breeze lifts you gently upward. You rise without effort, floating on air that feels like velvet, until you reach a garden perched upon clouds themselves. Each cloud is soft and thick, glowing faintly with pale silver and pearl, forming a terrace of endless tranquility. Paths wind slowly through this cloud garden, lined with flowers that glow faintly, petals trembling as if breathing along with you. The air here is impossibly still, but filled with quiet hums, soft vibrations that feel like the earth's heartbeat, slowing your pulse and loosening every thought. You step onto a cloud, and it yields slightly, warm and cushiony beneath your feet. Each step sinks gently, as though the clouds are welcoming you, wrapping you in their airy softness, carrying you forward without effort. A fountain of light rests at the center, spilling softly into the clouds, its stream sparkling like liquid starlight. Its sound is not loud, not rushing only. A soft murmur, a gentle song of calm. You sit beside it, letting the quiet waves of light wash over your mind, smoothing away the last edges of wakefulness. Above, the night sky stretches endlessly, stars reflecting upon the clouds in delicate ripples. The clouds themselves seem to sway imperceptibly, like slow-motion waves on a silver ocean, rocking you, cradling you, inviting you to sink deeper. You notice that your breath aligns with the rise and fall of the clouds, gentle as the tide, flowing in and out. With every inhalation, you feel lighter, freer, weightless. With every exhale, you feel tension dissolve, floating away like mist. In the distance, faint silhouettes of cloud trees sway lazily, their leaves whispering soft secrets you cannot fully hear, but that your body understands. Every note, every sound, every movement guides you further into rest. You lie down on a particularly soft cloud, sinking into it fully. The cloud garden of silence surrounds you, completely warm, safe, infinite. The faint light of the fountain spreads across your chest, your limbs, your mind, and even your dreams begin to stir in harmony with the gentle hum of the garden. And now, there is no need to move, no need to breathe consciously. The garden, the clouds, the stars, the fountain, they carry you, fully, gently, endlessly, into a sleep so deep it feels like floating forever. Rest now, drift now. You are safe, you are held, and you drift, weightless, peaceful, infinite. From the cloud garden of silence, a soft shimmer appears ahead, a bridge, arcing gently across the endless sky. It glows faintly with silver and gold, reflecting both the stars above and the soft light of the clouds below. You step onto the twilight bridge, and it holds you effortlessly, supporting every ounce of your being. Each step feels like floating, as if gravity itself has softened its grip. The bridge stretches far into the distance, yet there is no hurry, no endpoint, only the slow, rhythmic movement forward, matching your calm breath. Beneath you, the universe flows endlessly. Stars drift lazily, forming constellations that shimmer like soft lanterns. Clouds move slowly, curling around distant galaxies, their edges touched by gentle light. Every element seems alive, breathing with you, moving in harmony with your pulse, guiding you into a deeper, weightless calm. The air is perfectly still, carrying the faintest whisper of cosmic melodies, soft vibrations that feel like lullabies vibrating gently through your bones. Each note washes over you, smoothing thoughts, untangling tension, and inviting complete surrender. Above, constellations shift imperceptibly, their patterns forming delicate stories that you do not need to understand, only feel. You sense their rhythm, their gentle dance across the night, and your mind drifts in time with them, flowing, dissolving, resting. As you walk, the bridge seems endless, and yet it cradles you in its glow. You notice a soft warmth under your feet, subtle, comforting, like the faintest caress. Your body sinks into relaxation with every step, your eyelids growing heavier, your mind quieter, your breath slower, more rhythmic. In the middle of the bridge, a small lantern floats just ahead of you, glowing like a tiny sun. Its light pulses gently in time with your heartbeat. You pause, let yourself stand still, and breathe in its glow. Every inhalation carries serenity into your chest. Every exhalation releases the smallest shred of wakefulness remaining. And as you continue, you feel yourself merge with the bridge, with the stars, with the light itself. The journey becomes effortless. The bridge, the night sky, the universe all, a single, infinite lullaby, carrying you gently into the deepest layers of sleep. Drift now. Float now. All is calm. You are held. You are safe. You continue walking without walking, floating without effort, endlessly cradled by the twilight bridge of stars. Beyond the twilight bridge of stars, a soft glimmer catches your gaze. You drift toward it and find a cavern carved from crystal, its walls glowing faintly with iridescent light that shimmers like liquid rainbow. The entrance is wide, welcoming, and the air inside is perfectly still, scented with a faint, sweet mineral calm, like water droplets over smooth stones. As you step inside, your feet feel weightless, and the gentle echo of your movements is a lullaby that resonates softly through your bones. Inside, stalactites and stalagmites form gentle arcs, refracting the soft light into delicate patterns that float lazily across the cavern floor. Every reflection seems alive, pulsing ever so slightly with a heartbeat you can feel but not name, a rhythm that matches your own breathing. A slow stream winds through the cavern, its water clear and still, reflecting the crystalline walls. When you reach down and touch it, the surface ripples in perfect slow motion, carrying a tiny echo of every exhale you have released tonight. Each ripple soothes, each shimmer calms. The air hums faintly, a vibration so subtle it blends seamlessly with your own heartbeat. You sit on a smooth crystal ledge, letting the cavern's gentle resonance carry you deeper into relaxation. Every thought that drifts into your mind is absorbed by the walls, dissolved, leaving nothing but stillness and soft, silent warmth. From above, faint shafts of light pierce the cavern ceiling, scattering like tiny stars across the floor. They move imperceptibly, slowly, gracefully, as though breathing along with you. Your body melts further into calm, your mind softens, and your soul feels weightless. Here, in the crystal cavern of stillness, there is no past, no future, only the eternal present, the light, the air, the water, the stones that cradle you, guide you, and lull you deeper. Every breath takes you further into stillness. Every heartbeat carries you farther from wakefulness, and you feel, completely, that you are safe, you are held, you are at peace. Rest now. Drift forever. You are light, you are calm, you are home. You let yourself sink fully into the quiet, letting the cavern's gentle glow and crystalline resonance carry you into the deepest, most effortless sleep.